Alright guys, so what I'm currently working on is that Ranger 570 engine. And these are new crank bearings right here. I just put these in. And this is how I have it set up so that I can drop in the crank easily. I'm going to heat it up with the heat gun. The crank is in the freezer. And I'm going to lube it up after I heat it all up. And I'm going to stab the crank through the bearings. And hopefully it seats in all the way. So that is my plan. That's how I'm doing that. We've already torn everything down. Like I had said, everything's cleaned up. There's the old crank down there. Everything's cleaned up, ready to go. As far as reassembly goes over here, I put new valve seals in all the valves. Let's see. There we go. There's the bottom of the valve. And it's all cleaned up, ready to rock, guys. So everything's pretty much laid out, cleaned up, and I will start going through and reassembling this engine. So I'll come back when I get that crank put in and get some more done. All right, guys, check it out. Got the balancer and crank in. The freezer trick works. Heat up the bearings with a heat gun or something, and it should drop down pretty easily. Make sure everything's lined up. I test fit the cases, everything looks good. Make sure when you drop this crank though down, this stays here. Don't let it get over here or over here, because you will have to remove the crank to put it the correct way. Because yeah, ask me how I know. Yeah, I had to pull it back out once and it cooled down a little bit, so I had to use a hammer and tap it in a little bit. I was not happy about that, but seems to be, everything looks good, everything turning smooth where it's supposed to be. So next I'm gonna put some RTV on it and put the other case half back on. Make sure you change your little O-ring here on your pickup. Put that back in before you put the case halves back on. You can pull this out as well and clean that out. Make sure you put some assembly lube on all the bearings and everything and lube them up. And just make sure you clean the outer case halves so that you can get the RTV to stick. So I'm about to put some RTV on here and put these halves together, and I'll be back. And bam! The motor halves are together, guys. The bottom end is done, torqued down. I got the crank installed. I got the oil jet that goes in here installed. Oil pump, gears, everything's torqued to spec. 9 foot-pounds. I think these are also 9 foot-pounds. And then the case bolts are 22 foot-pounds. Twice. And there is a sequence. Go look it up. Anyway, got the timing chain in. The guide is in, or the guard here. The keeper. And here is the starter gear. So we got to put on all these parts here. All these parts here. And first, we're going to start with the Rev6 parts. So, thanks Rev6 for providing us with this cylinder here. Brand new cylinder. Already honed, ready to go. And a brand new Rev6 piston and ring. So, this will be the first time I'm using the Rev6 piston. Looks pretty nice. So, kind of similar to the Numeros, it looks like. So about to get busy on installing that, and then we'll start working on all this. And I'm gonna get some help from my little dude over here. And yeah, he's gonna help me finish up the motor. So here we go. I'll come back when we get some more done. Alright guys, it's almost time for cylinder insertion. Here's the part number of the new cylinder. It's already crosshatched, ready to rock, lubed up. Gonna slide right over this Rev6 pretty brand new piston with these nice new rings that gave me hell. Won't go there. But anyway, this is all nice and tight and good like it's supposed to be. Got the base gasket installed, good to go. So next, after we install that, we will then move over to the head, which is already prepped and ready to rock. We'll clean this up as we go and reinstall everything. I'll come back when it's time for that. Alright guys, check out our zip tie piston ring clamp that we did here. Me and Clay decided to go this route instead of using this tool, because it seems as though the tool is going to get in the way when we try to come down. So we don't want to break any rings or mess anything up. So we're going to try this zip tie method and slide the cylinder on, and hopefully it goes get well. We'll come back if it is. Check it out, my dude. Cylinder insertion is complete. We were able to ram that piston right on into that cylinder and get her to come on up. It was nice. Not. That was the biggest pain in my butt ever. Come on now. We couldn't use the zip tie method or the clamp, okay? We had to use the old school finger method. And yeah, that's the tried true, you know, best way to do it, right? Use your hands and 2 people. You gotta have 2 people. It's so much easier to have someone slide the cylinder down as you work the rings around and get them to not break. We almost thought we lost an oiler, but we went back and checked and we didn't. So I'm thrilled about that, because this thing has been giving me a lot of problems. Nothing I haven't been able to overcome. Don't worry about it, okay? I got this. I got this. We can do this. But anyway, so from now on a 570 rebuild, I will just not be using any methods. I will just do the hands, and we'll be good to go. So that's what I'll recommend on putting one of these pistons into these cylinders. But we're about to work on getting the head over there put back on, and I'll come back when it's time to start setting up them cam gears. Insertion of the head is now complete. Got it all torqued down, ready to go, bro. Got the cups reinstalled on the valves, lubed up. Ooh, shouldn't have touched that. With some, you know it, Lucas assembly lube. That's what I use. So it's time for cams. Yep, we're about to install those, get that all torqued down once that's in, and then we'll move on to the side and finish it up with the water pump and everything, impeller and the cover. So it's coming along, guys. Yeah, it's been a long road, but we're getting through it, and we're gonna come back when I have some cams installed in here. All right, guys, cam insertion is complete. Yeah, buddy, got it done. It's all torqued down. These are all torqued to 7 foot-pounds. I've got the tensioner installed, so we're all good up top. I've got this silicone underneath, and I'm about to put the valve cover on after I do that. So that'll be the whole top end part of the engine is knocked out, and then we'll go over here to the electrical stuff, and I'll come back whenever I'm throwing that in. And well, bam! Yeah, boy! She done. Got the cover put on, got everything tightened down. Good to go, bro. Rev6, thank you very much. Rev6 Engine and Parts is where I got my parts from, guys. I got the cylinder over there, the crank, all of it, everything I needed, they were able to provide it to me. Thank y'all again. Y'all go check them out at rev6engineandparts.com, and check them out on eBay. They also have a YouTube channel. You can go check that out, Rev6 Engine and Parts YouTube channel. But yeah, guys, just got to put that one seal on, and then I can take this motor and go put it back in that bike over there and start getting everything hooked back up. So whenever I get that over there, I'll come back. Hey guys, we're gonna end this one off at that with the Ranger 570 build. We'll come back when it's time to put the motor in. I appreciate y'all watching. If y'all would, hit that like and subscribe, hit that bell for notifications, and we'll see y'all in the next one. Take it easy.